Good morning, guys, good afternoon, and good evening. It's my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you when you are in good health. I'm also doing fine at this peripheral end. Let me know where you're watching this video from. Guys, some opportunities are traps and bait. Just always try hard to discern before taking up such kind of opportunity. Avoid them big time. If you're meant and you're destined, trying so hard up and down and trying unconventional means of destroying some people's career, of destroying someone, remember, it could be a journey of trying to destroy yourself, because other people are not meant to be destroyed. It's only the Almighty God that have a purpose with them. Are you there? Also, people who are so touched and giving and rescuing humanity, such kind of people, you better stop playing with them, because it's restoring the dignities of God's creation. Are you there? Whether he or she uses his money or somebody's money, but there is an influence between that. God had a purpose on this guy, such that this guy is having an influence and people's life could be changed through him. Remember, God uses people that is so destined, that is so likes to fulfill his promises unto this earth. So remember, before you start vexing and before you start planning on how to destroy other people, some people are put by God to do such particular kind of work, particular kind of chastity and mutual concern sharing. So Marwa could be one of them. So sometimes you better, sometimes you could better understand it. Are you there? The question is, was Elias fired by Marwa? In the affirmative, yes. Did Elias insult and abuse or use unprintable words to the elderly at Marwa's gate? In the affirmative, the answer is yes. Then, was Elias firing justifiable? Exactly. Well-deserved firing. But the question again, why are people vexing because of such kind of firing? And why are people calling Marwa so manipulative, so controlling, and full of jealousy towards people who he inspired and empowered? This question is gonna be answered at the progression stages of this video. So guys, also give the answer of such kind of questions, because I want to read your answers at the comment sections, guys. Guys, stay tuned when we get back onto this course. If you're coming across this video for the very first time on this channel, kindly take a moment, second or two, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Always click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube shall notify you going forward. My moderators, my subscribers, returning one, here is home. Make it here, the home of the truth, and may God bless you abundantly. Let's dive in, lest we forget. Welcome back to my YouTube chit chat. This is my YouTube channel, and my name is Zach Senior, or at Senior Zach. Let's dive in straight away. Guys, after Elias firing, what was her reaction? In fact, he did a video jeering and chiding at Marwa. In short, he was so ungrateful. Guys, let me tell you one thing. Ungratefulness is a sin indeed. You cannot cut the hand that really feeds you. You cannot take a plate that you used to eat just because you're annoyed and you think that the place doesn't deserve your service anymore. Then you take the plate, you poop on it or urinate on it, only to realize the importance of that plate when the food has just arrived. It's when you recall and remember, I wish I knew I had my plate. Therefore, you end up missing food because lack of a simple thing. Either because you couldn't appreciate the benefits and the services and the helpfulness of the plate. You know, other people always do that. But remember, karma is not a war. Karma resides with you, and at one point, karma is just awaiting to hit you hard. So guys, let's see the reaction of Elias. Good morning guys, good afternoon, and good evening. It's my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you when you are in good health. I'm also doing fine at this peripheral end. Let me know where you're watching this video from. Guys, some opportunities are traps and bait. Just always try hard to discern before taking up such kind of opportunity. Avoid them big time. You know, if you're meant and you're destined, trying so hard up and down and trying unconventional means of destroying some people's career, of destroying someone, remember, it could be a journey of trying to destroy yourself, because other people are not meant to be destroyed. It's only the Almighty God that have a purpose with them. Are you there? Also, people who are so touched and giving and rescuing humanity, such kind of people, you better stop playing with them, because it's restoring the dignities of God's creation. Are you there? Whether he or she uses his money or somebody's money, but there is an influence between that. God had a purpose on this guy, such that this guy is having an influence and people's life could be changed through him. Remember, God uses people that is so destined, that is so likes to fulfill his promises unto this earth. So remember, before you start vexing and before you start planning on how to destroy other people, some people are put by God to do such particular kind of work, such particular kind of chastity and mutual concern sharing. So Marwa could be one of them. So sometimes you better, sometimes you could better understand it. Are you there? The question is, was Elias fired by Marwa? In the affirmative, yes. Did Elias insult and abuse or use unprintable words to the elderly at Marwa's gate? In the affirmative, the answer is yes. Then, was Elias firing justifiable? Exactly, well-deserved firing. But the question again, why are people vexing because of such kind of firing? And why are people calling Marwa so manipulative, so controlling, and full of jealousy towards people who he inspired and empowered? This question is gonna be answered at the progression stages of this video. So guys, also give the answer of such kind of questions, because I want to read your answers at the comment sections, guys. Guys, stay tuned when we get back onto this course. If you're coming across this video for the very first time on this channel, kindly take a moment, second or two, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Always click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube shall notify you going forward. My moderators, my subscribers, returning one, here is home. Make it here, the home of the truth, and may God bless you abundantly. Let's dive in, lest we forget.
All right, Elia, welcome.
Okay,
yes,
you.
Karim. Elia from my side, guys. So if you know somebody called it's Elia, I don't want to deal with him anymore.
Here is corner.
Too much cornering. Yesterday he abused my uncle like he's a poor man and he will die at my gate. It hurt me so hard that I had to look for the sponsor who sponsored this guy and tell him about that, because that's not it.
I'm so happy guys, but I have listened some Allah is I can say like a challenge, guys. That is like a challenge in life, guys. Remember that you're not in real life. No one can support you until the end. He can leave you in front when he see that you can improve that life. He can try to bring you down the way Mara done to me, guys. I don't love the way he pretend like a good person to out of people. Is us. He say that as we are like the bad person. Guys, believe me, guys. Remember, for the first time I work with him until right now, I have responded that call. I appreciate, I respect his call to go and to assist him about Talazo outside of the, you can see like a place where helicopter can sit, guys. Imagine, I go there and I assist him and I work for some days, but he was saying about people, he was saying to people, can you support young brother here? Today he say that you don't support me. How comes? For which purpose? Just judge in both sides. I can say this. First of all, this challenge bring like the way I can explain it. I was entering to that compound for early in the morning. I enter and I work. After working there, I come here to search to drink water to cool my neck. When I go down, I found there is a sugar cane. Someone eat sugar cane upside to my motorbike, and he leave everything upside to my motorbike. When I go to ask the soldier, I take that sugar cane and I go up to the soldier. I go there, I ask that soldier, who this sugar cane? He told me, just leave the way you seen it. I just ask him, you know that motorbike is mine, but I found there's a sugar cane and he lives upside to my motorbike. Who was putting this? He told me, for which purpose you ask me? I tell him, you are the soldier in this company. So you can see someone who was eating upside to my motorbike, and you can tell me, and I can go to ask him why he eat the sugar cane upside to my motorbike. He just say, you go and you work. I tell him, I go and I work. Yes, I'm the mason, and you are a soldier on the gate. You want to ask me to go to work upside there, and I want to ask you. He told me, look at the way you wear. Remember that when you are the mason, you can wear bad clothes from down up to upside, especially that reflect of the elements. So he told me, look at your clothes. The way that clothes is like the way your mind is look. I told you, you.
Guys, you've just watched the video, the kind of mockery, the kind of jeering, and the kind of sarcastic talk that is being ungrateful. You know, this is a guy who have just misbehaved and hurled insult at the elderly. So instead of being remorseful to the situation, the guy have just decided to be so contemptuous. Are you there? Then there are other people who are element of like want to preserve and protect this guy. Don't be a sanctuary to a sin. Don't be a sanctuary to something that you know it's of a social injustice. This is the problem that we have. As in Africa, we always don't rejoice at wrong. Are you there? The wrong must be just disciplined instantly. Whereas we are coming from different kind of family, but the societal expectation to us, whenever social injustices is committed and such kind of disobedience, therefore it warranted a punishment instantly. And that's what Ayamaro evoked. Then it perturbs me and agitates my mind as well, why such people had to be protected by certain kind of surrogates. They think that Aymarwa should not get an accolade. Aymarwa simply don't want an accolade from anyone. What Ayamara is doing the purpose of God unto this one. Are you there? Aymarwa hasn't told anyone to respect him. Ayamara hasn't told anyone to worship him. The simple fact is like what Ayamara is telling you, you've erred, and if you're a person who has got a sense of mind, you should be taking an initiative of always saying sorry, boss. If you don't want to use boss, sorry. The word sorriness, it is what? This is what we call the interpersonal skills or the interpersonal relationship. In as far as life skills is concerned, 101. But other people are supporting the fact that Elias has just hurled insult at the elderly. Elias should not be fired. Elias should not be sorry. Elias is now free. Well, there are certain facts I want to demystify, because people are saying after Ayamaro has empowered people, and when these people are growing up and donation is coming through these people, then Ayamaro is feeling bad. It's not right to say so. I want to demystify this fact. One, if Ayamaro never wanted all these people, especially Elias, because of the empowerment, because of the back that he was bought, if at all Ayamaro never wanted, one, Ayamaro never even would featured him in this video. Ayamaro wouldn't have welcomed him back from the first incident that he did back to his villa to work. That would be the priority number one. But to demystify the fact, Ayamaro welcomed him back because Ayamaro never wanted to dwell on that kind of nitty-gritty. It is because of other people who are twisting the scenarios happening here. Well, an empowerment with the discipline is equal somebody who is growing up with a positive principle and values to always maintain the social fabric within a society. But empowerment plus indiscipline, you are raising a nobody. You are raising a beast. Are you there? Number two, Ayamaro could have called your donors. The first time you misbehave, the first time you absconded duty, if you can remember the first incident, that warranted your suspension. At that time is when Ayamaro could have told your donor to stop, even to buy you a motorcycle. He never did. But you are bought, and the same breath, you are brought back inside the villa. He never chased you. In fact, he blesses you and told people to ever support you. That alone negates the fact, the lies that people are spewing, that Ayamaro is anti-people and is anti-empowerment. Number three, Ayamaro couldn't have even empowered you even. That one could be the last thing he thought of. But he did it, and is proud of it, Whether you abuse people, the constant factors, or ceteris paribus, assuming all other factors are constant, the empowerment still stands. So stop being ungrateful, because ungratefulness is a sin. Well, if your sponsors sponsoring you to abuse people and disobey the elderly, then their work and their sponsorship is ill-motivated sponsorship. Therefore, they should stop big forward. That's what Ayamara was speaking all through. If your sponsor really mean well for you, therefore you should not be abusing people. You should not be abusing Ayamara's uncle in Ayamara's compound. Then contemptually, when you are told to apologize, you jeered, you boo, and you talk all kind of nonsensical issues. That one is so bad. Marwa was justified to alert your sponsor of what you did, so that to curtail and prevent you spewing lies to your sponsor of your dismissal. That is it. It was just putting straight that, hey, you sponsor this one to come to my compound so that it can work. So through your sponsorship, this guy is doing 1, 2, 3, 4. It was not in bad state, but it was in good state to always talk to you, because this is a sponsor that are giving you things. Are you there? But if you could, at one point you could not be taking care of those things, then a sponsor is obligated to talk to you. If Amarwa cannot talk to you, then your sponsor can talk to you better. Do you understand? The issue of money, that you are now claiming that you are never paid, that Amarwa was paying you little money. This one is a silly argument. Amarwa was cooking for you, because majorly several construction in site, they never provide food. They never provide you with the transport. The money that they pay you is the food, is your transport. But in Amara construction, he cooks for you, and the 2 meals per day you eat. There is water that you'll bathe before you go home. In other construction, you don't. Have you ever asked yourself the source of food? Have you ever asked yourself where Amara gets food? And after that, you are being paid. Well, why did you take the job if at all you think the money was little? You could have left. The same way you are saying that you are free. You could have walked long time ago and stopped working because the money is little, but you partake up the job. Why? You know, you didn't complain when you were eating food. You didn't even complain earlier when Amara was paying you. You didn't complain when the bike was bought for you. But we understand that you wanted to play the Alex kind of gimmick. Now you are free, you are fired. So the only thing is like, start a logical gimmick, which is so usual with the jilted guys, and then we understand you. The sympathy itself, people are now flocking your YouTube, and you have number going forward. To wrap this conversation going forward, if you thought Ayamarwa is controlling you, then you should be happy now. You are free at last. You have got all the freedom, the liberty. So the best thing you could do, be patient, wait for Nairobi teacher for an interview. Then we can see what shall happen. But at the end of the day, mark my words, at the end of the day, abusing older people or anyone is wrong, young man. What if this guy was a father? What if somebody comes to your home and start abusing your mother or your father, how would you feel? I know because you're a young man and you're so erotic in mind, with energy you can fight, I believe you could have fought. You know. But it's fine. And if you are being you know, and if you know, guys, these things that I'm asking myself, you know, if Elias, if you're not being paid well when working in Kenya, why can't you just partake a job in Tanzania and work there freely? Because Tanzanians, maybe they pay people more, and you're complaining. These are the issues that you aired when you're jeering MRO with. Nobody welcomed you. No, nobody invited you to go to MRO place and work there. Nobody forced you. It was a willing worker, and you're being paid your wages. So I want to sign off with a proverb in Swahili. Elias, wherever you are, usitukane wakunga, manake uzazi ungalipo. Simply means don't ever abuse the less unfortunate or the old, because you are still giving birth. You have a life to live. At one point you'll be so elderly and somebody might be doing the same thing to you. So make peace with that old man if you want to continue their life in a positive trajectory. Until next time, this is Senior Zach.